That's it. That's the whole thing. Hey, everyone,
My
and
name's Leah. I
thanks
have horns.
for tuning into Real Horns underneath the fake horns. Thanks for tuning
It's
into
true.
Castle Run. I'm your DM, Elijah Goodall, pronouns they, them. And we're going to get right into it. I'm going to do a little session recap for where we were at last time. When we left the group last time, oh, you know what? I'll just do my little thing here that I didn't do for the VO. After confronting and defeating Shunakoth, the entity between realms, the party was in search of a well-deserved break before continuing their journey to the South Green. Accessing his door magic, Perrin attempted to bring the party to a familiar hot spring. Instead, they mistakenly ended up in Novalor, a mysterious house on Lake Lenore. An old acquaintance of Atticus, Vladimir Thakul, has welcomed the party into the house as guests on the eve of Atticus's birthday. While dinner with their host proved entertaining, it was cut short by the ghost of an old enemy to the Court of Night, an encounter that caused Nyx to disappear into their locket and left the party at a loss.
Make it sound so exciting.
And that's what happens when you punch up you condense 3 hours of actual play into one paragraph. But that is where we're going to pick up. Nyx. Almost like a reflex, you found yourself again in the Lunestone. After the waning night stabbed the illusion of you right where the Lunestone would hang on the locket, you didn't even really have time to think about it, but just a protective instinct in you kicked in, and you're back in the Lunestone now. I don't know if we've ever discussed what it looks like for Nyx inside here. It's small. Obviously, it's not, I think it's not this big, expansive thing that you get to wander around in. It really is, especially since the modifications made to it by the speakers a few hundred years ago, it really is more like a prison than anything. But I will ask you real quick for just a description of what Nyx experiences when they're in the Loonstone.
I don't know if you've seen, there's this video of what sunlight looks like coming through the water from underneath the water. And the waves are just gently rolling, and it's just beams of light coming through. And I picture that, but with moonlight, in all around, and kind of like this protective mixture of arcane energy and moonlight and the sea around them. And like you said, there is a little bit of space that they can occupy, but it's not large by any means. It is more like a prison cell, but peaceful, I guess, in regard of the ambience and what's around them.
Yeah. You sit in here, breathing in and out. You do get a moment to calm down from the shock of seeing the waning night for the first time since you were just a little kid. Make an insight check for me. Okay. Vox, if you're there, I think actually it might have happened outside session where you said that Vox was going to, like, would be the person to go pick up the locket.
It was in session.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Great. The locket's right there on the floor if you're picking it up. I don't think there's no check required for this moment. This is, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that Vox has picked up this shard of the Loonstone that's left ever since Nyx came into the party, right? With the exception of the other version of
other Vox. Yeah.
Okay. You don't need to make a check for this. You pick up the stone. And Vox, you had that moment back in No Blossom Falls where you not only saw glimpses, but you felt the deep connection that other version of Vox had to that other version of Nyx in a world where Perrin never existed and where his adoptive father, Oricastris, had never existed, resulting in an entirely different chain of events for everyone in the party. When you go to pick up the Loonstone, you feel that otherworldly connection again. It's not an inheritance because in this life, in this world, you don't have that connection. But it's the memory of something. And it's the potential of something too. And I think with that comes a type of grief, because Vox, after you lost your family, if your house was burned down, thanks to the actions of your Uncle Balak, you grew up mostly alone. And although the events in that other reality were significantly more traumatic and resulted in a version of Vox that was distinctly darker than the version that we have now, you had someone with you the entire time, and you weren't alone. And in this moment, it's almost like a grief that comes, the idea, realizing the death of all that potential. It's like that feeling when you lock eyes with a stranger in a tavern and there's a spark and a moment, and then they disappear in the crowd. And you know you'll never see them again, and that moment is lost. But holding the Lunestone now, you feel all the weight of that. Nyx, from inside the Lunestone, on a 17 insight, you feel that connection now too. Not all the specifics and the memories of, in another world, a lifetime lived together, but you feel, I think for one of the first times in a long time, while still being inside the stone, you feel the warm presence of someone else as Vox picks you up and holds the stone in her palm. And no one's keeping you in there, Nyx. You are free to emerge at will.
I think almost reflexively they would want to reach out to the waxing knight, who is usually their company. Last they saw, she was dead. Do they feel anything?
Make me... Ooh, we've never made it... Make me... I think we can call this... We can call this an Arcana check.
I almost knocked my coffee over. They do not feel anything.
Okay.
And I think with both like that severance and a little bit of grief of being alone and worried what that means, and then feeling Vox and like just that comfort of presence and that like somebody has them in more ways than one. I don't know if they've ever actually tried to get out on their own. Should this be a check?
Well, so in the future, I messaged you about this. There will be like a save to not in a moment of like a traumatic moment for Nyx where it's triggering something. There'll be a very low DC save to not just instinctively like withdraw into the stone yourself. But you're perfectly free without a check to come out.
Okay, they'll come out.
Okay. And you are all back in the room.
What kind of chaos do I come out to?
Yeah, also, are you weren't there and then you're just there? Like,
yeah,
we're all
pretty much.
And then we're like, oh.
As Perrin sees this happen, he says, "Ah, fuck," and he's still disguised as Mira. Kind of like jumps back. So you see scared Mira jumping away from you.
Vlad is in the room too. I'm not sure. Did I miss something? They went in the thing and now they're out of the thing. Is this a usual occurrence?
Yeah. Vlad, some people, they go in and out of things. Just don't worry about it if you haven't experienced that yourself.
No, it makes a lot of sense. Usually it's not the whole body though.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
Hey.
Nix, are you okay?
Nyx looks a little shaken, and I think they're looking around for the waning night. But as soon as they come out and see that Vox is like holding the stone, I think they'll I don't think they're going to say anything. They're just going to lock eyes with Vox and reach a hand out for the stone back. But the look they give you is not one that's usually hostile or distrustful. It's almost silently speaking this weird, unlabelable connection that the two of them are both feeling but don't have reason or words for.
Yeah, Fox is like one eyebrow raised and is just handing back over the Loonstone. I quickly like hands back, doing anything else.
Yeah. I think I don't know, Fauna. I don't know, but we'll find out. I guess what happened to the specter that was here before.
She just like pieced out. I mean, she didn't really. She kind of said a thing or two, and then you disappeared, and then you popped it back. So I thought you might know. I thought y'all went somewhere.
Oh, fuck. Did you bring a ghost into my house?
You're a vampire. You have a problem with ghosts?
Listen. Ghosts are notorious pests, especially in places like this. They're so sticky. If you see one ghost, there's 100 ghosts, and they're causing all kinds of mischief.
There must be a lot of ghosts in here then, because like a lot of the furniture is really sticky. I noticed earlier.
Oh no, that is a separate, unrelated occurrence.
Yeah, it's probably those giant bug things you have in your in the tunnels below your house.
Oh, it better not be from the bug things.
Yeah.
There's just mold from.
What's that all about? What are they digging down there, bud?
Well, you see, I have not been perfectly honest with you. When I invite you to house all to be my guests, it is not so much a proper request. You see, Novalor does not exactly belong to Vlad. And it's, no one knows. No one, I should say, no one important knows I am leaving here. So if when you leave, you could just keep that hush. It would be fantastic.
Right. So you're saying you kind of owe us to keep it quiet. That's something that's important to you.
I'm not happy you put it that way, but you are not wrong.
Right.
But I mean, if you don't own it, then who does?
Well, originally Novalor belonged to the Lady Lenore Grey, the first vampire, and she passed it down to her offspring and all the way down, and the most direct link to Lenore, we believe, would be Mira Vallis, who you are still pretending to be, and that is weird. That's a stray. I don't know what happened down there or what kind of a mess you've created, but I mean, am I going to need to lie low now for a few months?
Aaron kind of moves his shoulders, and for some reason he doesn't look like Mira anymore, and it's confusing why anyone thought he looked like Mira to begin with.
It's a good trick. You have to teach me a trick. I tried that a few times myself, and I'm not so quick on that.
Mostly in the hips is what I have found.
Yes, hips.
Yeah, you should probably lay really low. Like, do you have a place you can go where you can, like, be pretty distant from other people and it's difficult to get there and not a lot of other people are
I
there? Do you know
listen,
of a
I
place where
see.
you could...
Yeah, no, of course, I see what you're getting at. Is this house? But
Yeah,
what I am
that's how
saying
you
is, if
live.
Mira comes here, then I am in it up to here.
It's alright. Mira owes us big time. I don't think she's gonna bother you.
Oh. Mira owes you. What did you do for Mira?
Perrin takes a step closer in front of the party and he winks. We did her some favors.
Oh, yeah, favors. Yes, go ahead and make me a deception check.
Fox is gonna tuck Mira's locket into her cloak and just
21.
Favors. Oh, so Mira owes you now. And now I suppose if you keep quiet that Vlad is living here, then I owe you too. Is if you're racking up favors from powerful people.
Yeah, powerful people and also some just people.
Yeah, who? Are there others too?
Sure.
Oh,
that,
that's
that
wonderful,
journeyman fella
wonderful.
owes us a favor too.
Oh, the journeyman. Oh, those poor boys.
I would wait for him to pay that favor back. I think he might have died of exposure that night we last saw him.
Well, I believe we are running out of time for. I assume you're perhaps not as nocturnal as myself. I can be showing you 2 rooms for the evening. Don't know if you'd prefer to bunk together or apart, or if there are any arrangements in your party, But I would be happy to show you 2 rooms, and in the morning, you can. Again, you are free to remain here for the next few days. So if there is any more sightseeing or exploring, splunking.
Perrin's gonna kind of like huddle with everyone. Do we feel good about sleeping here?
Yeah, I think it's fine. They seem nice.
I mean, they seem nice, but they also just admitted that they're a squatter in what is the original vampire's castle.
No! Yes, your words, not mine.
Look, the whole point of us doing this is that you're not hearing us, bud.
Privacy. Well, I should tell you, if you want perfect privacy, in the interest of full disclosure, you may perhaps. And I understand that this is not going to sound great. I'll leave the room, but you may want to remove the robes.
What?
What's wrong with the robes?
Well,
They're so soft.
There's nothing wrong with the robes. It's just usually when the robes are. Several of you are familiar with the arcane arts. You are aware. You know how scrying works. The robes.
Nix is just like.
Fauna doesn't understand what they mean.
Well, the robes, you see, the robes have a scrying cast on them, so anyone wearing the robes, whoever is attuned to the scrying spell can see or hear
You're
whatever.
all about consent.
The robe, yes, but again,
Did she consent? Did he consent? No.
Well, I will tell you.
You've been listening to us this whole time?
Not.
I guess we didn't exactly ask to wear the robes, so that's kind of on us. We sort of just put them on, I think.
Oh, well,
That's
no,
why I never put someone's random clothes on. I mean, you never know.
You'll never know, and a scrying skill could be
I-
on them exactly. Listen, I assure you, how shall we say it? If the footage has not been used in any way without anyone's consent, it is just a thing. You allow new friends to go wandering around your house, and there's dangerous things they could. It's a large house. There's a lot going on here, so he's just kind of like a little monitoring system too.
I'm actually really confused about. It seems like he's saying he was monitoring us, but that means he kept up all that effort of pretending to be his own servant for like 3 hours But like we all knew that he wasn't. So like, what was he listening to?
No, we wanted this to go on longer.
I think we can crash here, and then we should probably just keep on keeping on and get moseying on, you know. But one night should be fine.
But in 2 weeks, those bugs are going to return.
Wasn't there going to be a fun party? I wanted to go to the party.
I mostly want to make sure that Bert doesn't fucking die. Can we, like, you know, pay attention to that part?
Bert is small frog person, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's actually a great point, Perrin, because there's a lot of research on the Erebus here. Like, if we're going to spend the night, this actually might be knocking two birds with one stone. We can rest up, take stock of our options, and head out in the morning, but we'll also have time to figure out more of what we're working with Bert, Atlas, Bertless, whatever help.
Right, but wasn't that guy here doing research and like borrowed all the books about Erebuses and like they're not here anymore?
Only allowed to check out 5 books at a time with
How
no
many
Lord
books
library
about
card.
Erebuses did you have?
I am not sure. It is not something I have put a lot of research into, but I imagine he could not have checked out all the books.
Well, there is this one, but it kind of fell in a puddle, and I'm not sure it's going to be helpful anymore.
Well,
right, let's go to sleep.
Let me see what I can do about
ease.
restoring that, and he's going to reach over and swipe it.
Atticus walked back to the dining room table and finished his food, and he's like, yeah, I think this is a great idea.
Right, let's go to bed. I'll look through the library when I'm on patrol tonight.
Fantastic. I will show everyone to their rooms.
Fauna took off her robe, but is like kind of looking at it to see if she can like figure out how it works.
Give me a little Arcana check.
I feel like Perrin takes his robe off, but he's also fully dressed in his muddy, filthy ranger clothes underneath it. He's just layers of sogginess.
Yeah, I mean, we all just put them on over our clothes. It's not like we weren't wearing anything underneath. 18.
Atticus is wearing
nothing. Yeah, and an 18, you realize that it's not even necessarily the robes themselves that are magic. In the little embroideries of sub or dom on each robe into the thread, you feel that a scry spell has been woven in there with that threading. So scribing anywhere that the robe goes, you can basically see or hear what's going on in the space where that object or item is.
So you don't have to be wearing it. It's just if the robe is nearby.
Yep.
Okay. Then Fauna's just gonna leave hers out in the dining room area when she goes to bed.
Yeah, Cletus takes his off too, folds it, sets it on the table. Vlad is going to show everyone to their rooms for the long rest, unless anyone has anything that they are trying to get up to before then.
I'll spend my 4 hours of wakefulness searching the library for more about the Erebus, and then I'll go into a little sleepy spell. I am assuming I'll trade that with Vox and Nyx, since they can also 4 hours sleep.
Yeah, Nyx
Atticus
after
honk shoes hard.
After the waning night came, Nyx is definitely going to want to take a shift.
Okay, cool. In the library?
Yes, and also on patrol.
So in that case, we have an overlap. Perrin is first, overlap with Perrin and Nyx for second watch, overlap with Nyx and Vox for third watch.
Cool. And everyone that didn't get to look in the... Well, I guess Nyx had already been to the library, right? With Fauna and Cletus? Okay. So I won't allow you to make another investigation check in the library, Nyx, but I will allow you on the overlap to give, if you go to the library at all, to give advantage to other people. Okay. I think, too, as like Vlad is escorting you to all your rooms, Perrin, Vlad is going to... you're the last one remaining, as he escorts you to show you where your room is. Looks over. So you were kind of walking in the hall alone. He's, you're a dirty bird, aren't you?
What? Who told you that? What do you mean?
No,
what does that mean? But also, who told you that?
I'm sorry, not you. On your shoulder, the little yellow, and you see he holds out a little stone bowl filled with water that he just sort of like takes out of his cloak. I'm gonna make a little animal handling check for him real quick. Okay. Total of 15 with the 13 on the die. Amos, Perrin is going to flit off your shoulder and begins to take a little bath in the bowl that Vlad is holding out. Sorry, you thought I meant you. I just... The bird was dirty, you know. It's probably because of the, you know, you might... It's... You know, I can find you some fresh clothes. If that, or we can wash these ones. It's just...
What's wrong with my clothes?
It's, well... You know,
Aaron looks down at like the layers of blood and filth that has been smeared into these clothes and this non-stop 3 weeks through the desert.
Yes, there's a little bit of a how do you say, a scent coming off of you. I think perhaps we could do something about this.
Perrin drops his clothes on the floors, but takes Ornament of Rights with him. And of Rights is perfectly clean and maintained and oiled and beautiful, and his clothes are just like a mound of awfulness.
Please, no problem. Thomas will... Oh, yes, no, you know. Okay, yes, I can wash the clothes.
You can do the other voice if it makes you happy.
Please.
Like, you can... That's fine.
It make me a little happy to do it. I'll go. I can wash the clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know exactly how many fingers are in my pockets, though, so don't take any of those. Perrin walks towards the library.
The fingers. Okay, then. Listen, before you go, you said you came through a door here.
Yeah.
I wonder if perhaps you would be interested in the door in Novolor that can be accessed from different points. It's very rare to meet someone. How much do you know about, like, your whole thing?
My adorableness?
Yes, and your affinity for doors.
I mean, less than I would like, and it's kind of like, I don't know a lot up here, but I know a lot, like, in here, you know?
Buzz, that is the most useful.
I couldn't explain it to you, but it makes sense to me. Yeah.
If you like, I can fill you in a little bit, maybe on some of the up here knowledge. You know, I don't want to gum up what's going on in here. It's very important, but you see, I don't know how familiar you are with the history of our world, but when the gods depart this realm, they left many gifts. We speak of them throughout history as the courts. Flame, night, flowers, tides, and mist. But these were not the only gifts given to mortals. One in particular, they give the gift of making them a key, an opener of doors. Be able to take themselves and anyone else where they most need to be. Or even sometimes when they need to be. Often this gift has been lost to the world for centuries at a time, but it always returns eventually. Anyways, one of those people at one time built a door here in Novolor that can be accessed by many other points.
I want door.
Yes. Oh, I'm happy to show you that. Okay, let's go. And Vlad is going to walk you off to the door, which is not near the library. Okay, you're doing that with your...
Good deflection from the library, though. I'm not going to find any books
to lead up to long rest. Let's go to... Yeah.
Sorry. We don't have to, I don't know, necessarily like do anything about it, but I think that Fauna would, before she goes to bed, would go back to like the pools area to like wash up and clean up, but like when no one else is around, to have like some privacy. So that's what she would be doing
Cool.
before her long.
Awesome. That is great. Give me, on your way back there, give me a perception check.
$22.
Whew, okay. On a 22, on your way back there, you pass by. There are a few of these. Again, we talked about most of the rooms in here, and even the hallways are lined with glass, so you can see outside at any time. Light is coming in. Right now it's night, so it's moonlight coming in. But there are more than several kind of arboreums and gardens and atrium type rooms in here too, where there's just a lot of plant growth. Some of it probably for food, but also some just for beauty. You pass by one of these rooms that's fairly close to the bathhouse portion of Novalor, and you just kind of catch out of the corner of your eye the figure of Bert kind of darting around and rearranging a lot of the plants in one of these rooms.
I mean, Fauna would definitely go to see what Bert was doing. Has Bert just not been with the group this whole time? I kind of forgot.
Yeah, he went for dinner. Like, he went off to go give himself a really good bath, and then he didn't come back.
Never came back. Yeah, I think Fauna would definitely go in to check on him then.
Oh, you go in to check on him. Bert looks at you. Oh, hey, Fauna. Atticus isn't with you, is he?
No, it's just me.
Okay,
and the cat.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Don't say anything, but I wanted the right kind of room. I'm trying to find all the plants. There's a lot of plants here from the South Green, so I'm trying. Hopefully, Vlad won't mind, but I'm trying to rearrange and get them all in this one room, so it kind of feels like home a little bit. And I figured we could have his birthday party in here tomorrow.
I think that's such a good idea, Bert. Can I help? I
can yeah. Do you know how to make a cake?
It depends on what kind of cake, but I can make something.
I don't know. What's Atticus's favorite kind of cake? I'm not sure I know that one.
I don't either.
Okay. Well,
can I wait. Wait, hold on. Don't I have a spell now that's like ask a question and get the answer to the question or something?
I think
Miraculous lore.
Can I use it to find out Atticus's favorite cake?
Was it the Omen one, right? It's just up in your, I think it's in that first little chunk of them. It's like next to healer, and
you can spend 10 minutes to make a simple query regarding an event, character, place, or an object. It must be answerable in a sentence or less. At some point the following day, you will receive the answer, although sometimes in an unusual way.
Okay.
So I don't know if that would help if I wouldn't be able to get the answer before I would need to make the cake, but
no, you spend the time doing this Omen. Give me, we're going to call this a little, I think this is an intuition thing. So give me a little insight check.
$24.
Okay. You do this, you feel absolutely certain that tomorrow you will know. Like, the answer will reveal itself, and you will know it. Like, just everything feels like it's going to turn out just right with the cake.
Okay. Don't worry, Bert. I'll handle it.
Oh, that's great.
You can leave it to me.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm excited. I don't know if I've Fox don't celebrate many birthdays, so I'm okay. Well, I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'll see you in the morning.
Is really gonna like it.
Okay.
But get some sleep too. Don't stay up too late.
Yeah, I'll get some sleep for sure.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Okay. You go to finish taking a bath. That overlap time, if you want that overlap time in the library, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me before we revisit Perrin going to see the door. Vox and Nyx, if your overlap time at the library is the same. So Nyx, you're able to kind of give advantage to Vox as they are looking through the library. Vox, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Uh, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Okay. And that, did you do it with advantage too?
Yeah,
Was it Nyx's help?
unfortunately,
Okay.
the highest I rolled was a 14, so.
Still a 23. Okay. Great. I think, to reiterate, I know that this lore has been discovered, I think, before, and it might have even been in the, I can't remember if it was in the book that Fauna was reading or something that someone else realized, but you find a couple books on here. They're not, they're fairly small, on different types of magic, and you find like little mentions of Erebus's in both these small books. They don't say a lot that the party hasn't already learned, except for they just kind of reiterate that one fact that once it happens and two souls are in one body, you don't have a long amount of time to separate them before they are intertwined forever, and it creates an entirely new being and consciousness out of that one body and two souls. Just for the flavor of it too, you do see, I think for the first time mentioned in there, that a body that is host to two souls and an Erebus will begin to change to reflect both the souls. And so while an Erebus can be technically a third body and then two souls that hadn't, like it, two souls entering into a body where that soul is departed, whatever the case, the two souls that exist in the body, that body will begin to change pretty quickly to mirror the original bodies of both the souls that now inhabit it. And pretty much across the board, what you find is once this process has taken place, you've got 3 months, which I think that information was given somewhere else too. I think that's a high enough investigation check for you to be able to just to like help piece together the lore too, because we don't talk about it a lot, but it's been at this point like a month and a half since you all found Bert at the Dreadspire. So Bert's been in the party for about a month and a half. And again, like those changes in Bert started to happen almost immediately. I think it was like three rooms later or something after you found Bert where he began to start to change. And so you're about halfway through the time before that bond would become permanent. If that is indeed when both souls entered into the one body.
That's all the info I find.
Yeah, you do get two other little things, not related to Erebus, but as you're researching this, two other things that I think, Vox would. I mean, you can tell me, would do, like if there was information on vampires and particularly things about Mira or maybe even Lenore, would Vox be paying attention to those too?
Oh yeah, Vox also has a lot of guilt for Mira dying the way that she did.
You learn during your time in the library that Lenore Gray, before she became the first vampire, Lenore Gray was a speaker, which those are the magicians that not only bound Nyx into the Lunestone originally, but they also were the progenitors of endomancy, which is the type of magic that Balak uses, magic of control. And Lenore Gray was a speaker before she became the first vampire. The one other thing you find, it's catches your eye, but it's just going to be kind of a piece of information floating out there that Vox wouldn't know where to piece it in. But in those books that mention Erebus, or an Erebus, and explain them a little bit, you also see fairly often the mention of something called a simulacrum. A simulacrum is a powerful spell that creates a copy or replica of a physical body. And it just seems to be mentioned fairly often under the same sections as an Erebus would be.
Okie dokie. Vox knows nothing about magic and spells, so this is not for her.
And that's what you find in the library.
Lovely.
Nyx and Vox are kind of walking past the bookshelves, and Vox is scanning. Nyx is just going to break the silence, and so are we going to talk about it?
You mean the weird feeling with the you being in the thing?
Yeah. Glad it's not all in my head.
I don't know.
Look,
are we going to talk
hate
about how
ask
you
it.
also killed my grandmother too? Like, there's just a lot of dumping going on here.
That was a low fucking blow. Are we going to talk about your history with Mira? How you have all those underground contacts?
I don't think that's important as much as, framing me, killing my grandmother, and now this weird pull that we have with this necklace.
Did you know that she was looking for the fucking vampire queen and that she had all this underground dig going on here?
No, Mira has her own secrets, just like we all do.
And you're not party to any of them, right? Yeah, you're just
not
a lackey.
Her personal secrets.
And does what she wants.
I liked my coin, and Mira was, as close to a friend as you could get there. And at least she never framed me and she never lied to me. Secrets are secrets, but at least she didn't lie.
It's real, Rich. You pulling the high card and sitting up there on your high horse, getting mad at me for jobs I committed. What's your excuse? The coin was good?
The coin was good. I didn't frame you. I didn't know you and then frame you.
I didn't
meet you and lie to your face. I didn't keep these secrets from you. And this, I don't even understand what's going on with the Lunestone. It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like there's still more you're not telling me.
There's more I don't know.
Just like I didn't know things about Mira.
Well, we got that in common. Yes, I killed Grace. And I'll hold on to that guilt for as long as I live. For what it's worth, I also helped rescue your girlfriend from a prison, and it was your uncle who struck the killing blow on the king and framed you. I didn't commit that. Yes, it was my job to protect things, but I didn't have a fucking choice in the matter. Okay?
Yeah.
I never have until now, and God, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to trust someone other than a direct order, or what to do, or how to work with others. I have my debt to pay to Atticus, and I'm going to protect Perrin. But other than that, I don't know what I'm left with. I'm just following along in your footsteps and killing whatever problem crops up and trying to protect all your asses because that's all I'm left with. And that's...
But why? You're free now, so why sit here and say, protect all of your asses? Do you want to be with this group, or are you only doing a job?
Do you want me with this group?
You're still here.
That wasn't what I asked.
You. We saved you from that church. We wouldn't have if we didn't want you. Trust me, I thought about leaving you. You were already gone.
You made that abundantly clear, which is why I'm here for the people that I do owe. And I don't owe you. But
who do you owe and what do you owe? Again, all these secrets. How am I ever going to trust you and trust whatever this feeling is with the Loonstone if there's still secrets you're keeping? You want my trust?
I didn't want to ask before, but have you ever held it?
Not until today. Not me.
You say that and well, I don't know if that's the truth either, but then I guess therein lies our problem.
Apparently it
Listen,
does.
You and I don't owe each other anything, okay? Whatever this weird fucking feeling is, clearly it's not between us and it's some kind of, I don't know, mistake in magic or the spell or just... There's a lot of stuff that neither of us understand, but I'm here, whether you like it or not, and I'm sticking with them as long as you're around. We're gonna be around each other. I owe Atticus a debt. I owe him a big debt.
I think we all do. So again, something we have in common. I'm not going anywhere.
So where does that leave us?
I think that we'll need to figure that out eventually, but maybe right now isn't the best of times since whatever that was is just another thing to figure out. I'm still processing everything.
If you want trust, I'll be the first to admit that I'm not exactly prone to giving it myself. Haven't had much reason to over the years. But I'm trying. And if that's what you want from me, then teach me how to earn it. Or at least give me a fucking chance. Because you've been glaring at me from the beginning. This is gonna sound stupid, but look, I've got no one left, okay? I've got no family, I've got no homeland. I don't even have a mission anymore. And for whatever it's worth, this party has felt like something to hang on to. And like a little bit of belonging, maybe? Maybe I just don't want to feel like I'm imposing on you. Or... I don't know. Let's just focus on the job. Come on, we got the research we need. Let's find the others.
as you say that, we're going to cut over to Perrin. Vlad takes you to it's sort of down over in the east wing, opposite from the library, and on the opposite side of the house that the construction was going on in. Down in some of the lower levels, just a simple stone room. On the far end is a door. Smooth wood, black iron hinges. There's nothing terribly special about it, at least in appearance. Oh, yes, this is it. So, usually, again, island is hidden, house is kind of a secret. There's a lot of magic here. So when people come, they just... they find the different access points that the door can lead to, and when they open it, they arrive here in Novalor. He's helpful, keeps the place a secret, so I don't have to hire a boatman to row people out to the island with bags over their heads, and also the
Wait,
boatman...
so you're saying this super secret magic door is how you get people here for your orgies?
Yes. Oh, thank God, I was beginning to think that no one in the party knew what the fuck I was talking about.
I mean, no, you talked about arousal for like 35 minutes.
Yes, I thought it was very obvious. Oh, yes,
Well,
take a look if you want.
This door for Perrin looks at the door.
Give me an Arcana check.
Plus 15.
Okay. On a 15, 15, approaching the door, you feel a bit of a charge to it. Almost the same way as when you go to, you felt now when you go to open the door, there's this energy that comes through you, and then the moment that you make contact with the door, it's like it jumps fun. You can almost feel that portal being opened. This is different. It's already there. It's already ready to go.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but just to be clear, to set the scene, Perrin is fully nude, holding his weapon in this hallway, feeling this charge from this door, while Vlad is holding his gross, sweaty clothes.
Vlad's got your clothes.
Just thought I'd double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel something.
Oh. I mean, yes, it's a good door. Listen. I don't want to be forward, but I think perhaps, I don't know about the rest of your party and what they're into or whatever, but I just, I said you've got to clear out here in a few days before the other guests arrive. Listen, it's not my house. It's just my party. You're free to stay if you wish. It kind of seems like maybe it might be
party?
Your thing. Do I mean, hold on, I'm gonna make a little insight check right now for Vlad. That was a nat one, but hopefully the dice cam captured.
I live for the moments when Elijah's mask breaks a little bit.
Listen.
I forgot about dice cam. I'm excited.
Oh, want an insight. Vlad's coming in to kiss you.
I think Perrin just is literally standing there holding the weapon and is looking out the door and just doesn't react whatsoever. Like, this is not the first time somebody has gone in for a kiss. He doesn't reciprocate. He doesn't resist. It just is a thing that happens like a breeze that pushes his hair.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Yep. Well, I mean,
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Same thing for you, right? Then no.
Well, it's just Fauna's my daughter. I don't really want.
Oh no, I'm not interested in fun. I'm not trying to. If you think I'm trying to do some kind of weird.
I don't want to stay here for that party. It's just like a weird thing to invite me to, like, collect. Ordinarily, 6 months ago, yeah, of course.
Vlad
that's
is really put his foot in it. I see. I see.
Oh, I'm mostly trying to like focus on not myself for the first time ever.
Yes, it totally get it now. The vibes are like, right there. Yeah. I should have seen it. Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
I know how to get back here.
So you know that the big green guy is like way into her.
I really wish you wouldn't talk about anyone being in her.
Oh, no, I said into her. Listen.
Sorry,
okay, this is dicey. No, it's all right. It's all right. I've just... listen, I've never had children of my own. I don't... But I get it. Wait, let's talk about something else. The door. Right. What do you think? It's a nice door.
No, I just meant that, like, later, at another point in time, it will be pretty easy for me to get back here. That's all I was saying.
Oh, very easy. Yes, if door magic is something that you can shot, this is a no. Right. It's not a shot in the dark. You'd be right back here, Canto Novel already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Just saying, like, maybe another time.
Yes. Rain check. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That was good. Yes. Okay. Well,
I've got a lot on my mind and plate. And
yeah.
Do you want to see something cool, though?
I am already seeing something pretty cool right now, but if you've got something better, by all means.
Baron assembles Ornament of Rights and kind of twirls it around and does a fancy flourish and pulls the key out of the hilt.
Wow.
This is that key.
Oh, prestidigitation pattern. Wow, that is something else. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, well, let me take a look. I'm going to roll a little Arcana check for... So, where do you want me to put it, I guess? I mean, I didn't think that we were doing this.
No, I was just showing it to you.
Right.
Do you want to see something cool? I didn't need you to handle any.
Listen, I need some clarification. Is the key in any way a sexual thing, or is this just like a cool key you're showing? Okay,
it's
got
just
it.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. I mean, it's a key. You don't need it for that. I got another now one on the...
He's so defensive. Literally, we're down here because you said you had a cool door and you wanted to show me. Is the door a sexual thing, or is it a cool door? Now I'm showing you a cool key.
Lots of people come through the door for... Listen, let's put all that... I feel like there's a lot of... We're dealing with a lot of layers here, and I just like to cut it down. Let's not do... No more cake. We'll just eat pie. It's just the one layer now. We're talking about door. I think... I don't know. I thought that you would learn something about it. It seems like you're sort of new to this whole thing, but you know, if the legends are true, then you are, you know, the inheritor of this particular divine gift. For lack of a better word.
Right. Perrin's gonna look. What's the door made out of?
Give me a nature check.
Nature?
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Okay. You're gonna get a little bit extra on a nat 20. Hold on a minute. Let me find my...
Music cue. Oh no.
God, yeah, there it was.
Boss music for the door.
Boss music for the door. Bad news. Perrin, you go to take a closer look at this door. You do recognize the wood. And you recognize the wood because it doesn't originate on this plane. Reading the patterns in the grain, the knots, and you feel with that energy too in the door, not just the charge of the door, but the charge of something wild. This wood came from the Fey realm. And more specifically on a nat 20, you can feel in its energy, you know this wood. This is from the grove that surrounded Orcastrus's house.
Perrin looks for a maker's mark.
On the nat 20 nature check, I'm not going to make you make another roll for it. You go to look for the maker's mark. In your house when you were a child, the memories are fuzzy. But sometimes some of our clearest memories are around scents or textural memories, like the feeling of maybe bumping your knee on the same cabinet all the time, or in your house, there were a lot of lovingly handmade objects, furniture, tools, a lot of them from wood, a lot of them made by your mother, Etheria, who always put her little particular mark. Just a simple little minimal bird flying through the sky. Down in the right-hand corner of the door near one of the hinges, you find that same mark.
Okay, hold on one second. Oh, this was something in the Fey realm around Orcastrus's house. That's where the wood is from.
The wood is from.
Has he seen the Maker's Mark only? And the Maker's Mark is his mother's that he only saw on the Golden Shores, right?
Yep.
And has he seen it since at all?
Nope. Oh, hold on. Your mic just went out.
Not on the bird that Orcastrus gave him, by chance?
No, because you actually carved that.
Okay, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. Wow. So yeah, I mean, as far as Perrin knows, his mother has never been in the mortal realm, right? Like that's kind of I'm sorry, that she didn't escape the Golden Shores ever, but also like her going to the Fey realm.
Yeah, as far as you know, she didn't escape the Golden Shores, so this would date it at some point, obviously before you were born, most likely. At least the door was made.
Yeah. I think Perrin sees this. I don't think he's going to tell any of this to Vlad, but I think he feels like a little teensy bit hurt that Orcastrus never told him that Etheria knew the Fey realm. It just feels like it's another thing on the pile of things Orcastrus wasn't straightforward about. And he also feels kind of like warmly safer in a way. Like I think that makes him feel like, oh, I wasn't somewhere on accident. So even though he's mad that Orcastrus didn't tell him, it's kind of reassuring in a weird way that it wasn't a complete accident. Like that was something, like just that amount of information is enough for him to know like this was on purpose. He didn't realize that his mother had anything to do with doors, but like it just kind of feels okay. So he feels, again, down here in his heart, he feels comforted by this, even though he's kind of annoyed.
Cool.
I also rolled before this. I don't think Perrin has the confidence to open this door. I don't even think he's willing to try it. He already fucked up one thing, and he's willing to try low stakes door opening. I don't think he's even willing to attempt to open this door right now.
Okay. this, and also this doesn't take you very long. You've kind of learned everything that you're going to learn in here. Vlad bids you good night. If you want to peek by the library on your way back to your room, you totally can.
I think Perrin wanders back by the library and overhears like the middle of that argument. Is like, you know what? Never mind, and just keeps walking.
Perfect. Okay. Long rest. It's the next day. You are all up. Atticus, immediately upon waking up, like as you open your eyes, you see Bert already fully dressed at the foot of your bed, just kind of like, oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Bert, it's not my birthday today. What are you doing?
What? I thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's like, just get over here.
Oh, you got me, Atticus. I was sweating there for a minute because I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Sitting there. Well, oh boy. Well, shucks. I mean, I guess what do you want to do for your birthday?
I mean, other than slay the immortal beast that has terrorized my family for centuries,
Yep.
I guess waffles and some.
Got it. Well,
Sounds good.
maybe let's do waffles first and then see what happens.
Perrin is
All
in
right.
the kitchen right now cooking waffles.
Perfect.
Nyx
In
is
the
definitely
shape of swords.
with if Fauna's doing a cake, like flipping through their like royalty cake making book they stole forever ago, and like trying to help and trying their hand at cooking.
Yeah, Fauna
Um,
definitely. The cake has
waffles.
now come to her, and so she is working on making the cake with Nick.
You're working on making the cake. I will say I have a thing. If you have a thing that you want to happen,
No, I just didn't want it. I wanted it to be a surprise when the cake is. So I didn't want you to say it right now. I think when the cake's ready, and then you can say what kind of cake it is.
okay,
I
great.
didn't have anything in mind. I assumed you would.
Okay,
tell me
cool.
what-
No, I'm gonna give you the omen right now. So you like show up to the kitchen and Perrin is cooking waffles, and you show up, and as you get there, the cat is in there next to Perrin. Hey, I found something. Can I come with me real quick?
But I'm cooking waffles.
Yeah, we'll be
Now,
back
you
for
can
the.
stay here, Perrin. Just a second. We'll be,
Yeah,
we'll be back in a minute.
We'll be back for the waffles. God, I forget he can hear
Oh,
me sometimes.
not me. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
The cat leads you out, Fun, and actually back down to the same door that Perrin found last night. And as he heads down, I've had a weird feeling. I came down here the other day. I just feel like we're supposed to be down here for something.
By the door?
Yeah, by the door.
Like what should I open it?
You hear, as you say that, you hear a
Oh,
knock
well,
on the other side of the door.
nice one, Cat. Great job. Fauna opens the door.
As you open the door, you see. Yeah, there's no reason you need to make a check for this. You see a shockingly handsome, like opening the door. You see a shockingly handsome. This man is probably about 6'5".
Is Fauna
like-
just really into tall guys? Is that what's happening right now?
About 6'5". Essentially, it's, instead of going at great lengths to describe this person, I'm just going to say that you are looking at what appears to be like a dressed down knight, white and gold, not wearing armor, but like in white and gold kind of noble arraignments. Looks like a 6'5", incredibly ripped, like younger version of Pedro Pascal is at the door.
Calm down.
And you kind of see the cat looks at him and looks back to you and is like, really a beefcake?
Right now.
Fauna, immediately that feeling that you get when the omen is answered, like you catch the eyes of this person and they look down at you and kind of smile. Hello, I'm here a little early for the party.
Oh, for Atticus's party?
I was invited by Vlad. I was unaware that, I mean, I'm sure there are other people here too. Is this specifically someone named Atticus's party?
Oh.
I'm sorry, I might have arrived a little early. The instructions were confusing. I can go.
No, please.
No.
Please say it.
Okay, great.
What's your name?
Asparagus. I'm the dumbest.
God, it's
Derek
always
Journeyman.
that. It's always that.
Actually, Derek Journeyman somehow just like got ripped in the last 2 weeks or whatever.
No. God, why is it so? It's Samuel. That's the one time I've ever frozen on an NPC name. Yeah.
I thought it was
name
something
is
really funny, and that's
Pedro-
why you were laughing. And I was like,
Pedro
"Oh, this is gonna
Bascop.
be a good one."
No, I had nothing, and then I froze, and that's never happened to me before in a name. It's
Ron, Jeremy.
Samuel.
Samuel, I'm Fauna. It's so nice to meet you.
Oh, it's
you
pleasure
are
to
a
meet
little early,
you.
but you can just come with me, and I'll introduce you to everybody.
I would love that. Clothes on or off at the door. The last one I came to,
I
clothes on. Nope, it's you're already telling me everything I need to know. Let's head in and
I think clothes on. I haven't heard otherwise, but
fantastic. Yep.
Yeah. Just follow me.
Samuel's going to follow you.
Is everybody there, or like who all is there? Is everybody in the kitchen? Like where?
I think now at this point, by the time you get back, everyone is indeed in the kitchen, including like everyone.
Attention, everybody. Could I have your attention, please? We have a new guest, Atticus.
You're
you
Atticus.
might want to meet our new guest. I don't know. I mean, everybody might want to, but especially Atticus might. This is Samuel.
Yeah.
Why him specifically?
Samuel? This is everybody.
Everyone.
Fauna's I think Fauna's like
pleasure
standing
to
next
meet
to
all
him,
of
like
you.
kind of holding his arm, like, but also kind of feeling his muscles a little bit.
Perrin is gonna sidle up to Cletus and be like, "Hey man, you really gonna let this happen? You should probably kill that guy."
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm free to do what you like. I mean, Perrin, I don't know if you've gotten my whole thing, but I'm a pretty open person. I mean,
wow,
it'd be kind of crazy if Fauna took an interest in me and then didn't take an interest in it. I mean, get a load of this guy.
wow.
Yeah.
He's just starting to actually respect you.
Atticus like straightens out his mustache and gets the waffle bits out of his mustache. And
you must be Atticus.
Yeah, he stands up and he's just like towering over this guy.
This is your this is your party.
Yeah, just kind of like it's my birthday today, and the party.
Happy
and
birthday!
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, just a little thing. I don't know. I mean, little.
Soiree,
I've never seen Perrin
perhaps?
in an apron and just socks, but
right, Perrin. Yes,
My clothes are still
met
getting
him.
cleaned.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we're just take a seat. Tell us about yourself. Where you from? Where are you journeying from?
My name is Samuel
Atticus is
Hobbs.
visibly sweating. Atticus is visibly sweating and tripping over his words.
Fauna just like edges over to Bert and is like elbowing Bert in the ribs. She kind of has to crouch down to do it, but she's like elbowing Bert in the ribs and like going like doing like a nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, like
Nick's
at
holding their
the cake.
baking book, a little disappointed, is like, "Are you the entertainment?"
No, my name is Samuel Hobbs. I'm suppose after answering the invite, I'm here to be entertained, although certainly I would hope that I also provide some entertainment. Look, this is I more than happy to be here. I did not expect to be showing up to a birthday party, but again, this is great. Also,
yeah, it's not the other party yet. This is just a birthday party.
My compliments to the chef. These waffles are delicious.
Perrin flips a spatula and an enormous waffle lands directly in front of him.
Wow, that's a big waffle.
Oh, I'm sure you guys can share it. Just start on each end.
Oh, okay. Well, Atticus, how do you
Atticus
like putting your syrup
like
on
halfway
waffles?
through the.
Okay. You just get in there. All right. It's
you never know. You'll never know when your last meal's going to be.
Yes.
Atticus,
well,
you can't
hopefully
keep
not
saying
today.
that every time you eat all of the food.
Do you know? And he's gonna stab his fork in the waffle. He's like, "Do you know, Perrin, how much protein and how many carbs I need to maintain this physique?" He's gonna flex. Do you think this just comes from nowhere?
Oh my!
I mean,
Like,
hey, he's a soldier. Eat and sleep while you can. You never know how long you're gonna have to go between.
A soldier? Where have you fought before?
The Battle of Gravy Soup. Eat a lot. Sir eats a lot. The gravy. I'm still mad.
Perrin, you are a wonderful chef. It's delicious. Thank you so much. You're making my birthday so special. I appreciate. I appreciate you.
Did you know that elves invented waffles?
I'm not sure that's true.
It's 100% true.
Okay.
Do you have like a map on yourself, Sam? I'll show you some locations.
I just so happen to have a map right here. I always carry them. It's like one of my biggest things. Is going to put a map out.
One of your biggest things?
Well, I'd love to not cross streams between the birthday party energy and the energy of the party that I will be attending later this week. It seems like you've kind of got a whole family thing going on here, and
What's the party that's later this week?
Nope.
Is there another party?
No. Mm-mm.
Yes.
This is it. This is the party that Vlad is doing.
It's one of Vlad's friends' another birthday party.
Oh, okay.
Birthday suit party.
Okay.
Yeah. And the cover's blown. Anyway, show me that map.
He pulls out the map, shows it's a pretty extensive map of Namira. And it also, you see, doesn't go all the way over to, but includes the Citrus Isles as well. This is where I'm
Atticus
from, right here.
Where does Sam point to?
Citrus Isles.
No. I actually have never been to the Citrus Isle, but Atticus is gonna like circle the entire continent, and he's like, yeah, like every big battle that's happened in this continent, I've been there. I did that shit. No big deal.
Did you say Citrus Isles?
Yes, the Citrus Isles is where I'm from. Me, Samuel Hobb.
Oh. Are you saying your name so you remember it?
Yeah, I am not saying it for that reason.
You ever been to a
We stand an empty-headed prince.
Yeah, you ever been to a pub on the orange slopes of the fucking vitamin C island? I don't know what you named the individual islands.
Or
Perrin would know.
Applebee's.
Yeah, no, he would never say Applebee's
I've
directly.
certainly. Did you say Applebee's?
Anyway, more waffles? Never mind.
No, it's important because
Perrin is stuck between wanting
my father almost
recognition for
died in
being
a
part of
fire there
Applebee's,
once.
but also at that part. Oh yeah, oh, that's a shame. What do you mean? Who's your dad?
My
your father?
dad,
Who's your
Manuel Hobbs,
Oh,
almost died in a fire at the Applebee's Tavern in the Citrus Isles.
Can I make an insight check on this guy?
Yeah.
He's talking all funny like. I don't like it.
Manuel Hobbs. You close with your pop?
17 on insight.
I haven't seen him in 5 years. 17 on insight. 17 on insight. This... "17 on insight's high enough. You don't... It's hard to like draw a... You can't really get a bead on... They really do kind of just seem as empty as they're presenting themselves to be. But in a way that seems hollow, too. And go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Dude, by the way, these dice are beautiful. Thank you so much. They're so heavy.
Heavy and sharp. I don't.
Yes.
You need like. You can't roll them on a table. You will scratch that shit.
Good thing I have a dice tray. That is going to be a 23 on Arcana.
Okay. This is a... Samuel Hobbs is a simulacrum. You'd be familiar with this type of magic, Atticus. It is a powerful spell that can create a copy or replica of a physical body. And you think that some form of like not very strong, like there's not a lot holding this guy together, but like a small little spark of consciousness has been placed in it. As you are kind of recognizing this, Vlad is going to walk in. "Oh, hello, Samuel. It's good to see you." "It's also good to see you." And Samuel's going to continue eating that waffle.
Well, just for a refresher, I had written down in my notes, Silica was Perrin's partner in the Applebee's, and there was a third person. Is that Sam's dad, the other Hobbs? Manuel Hobbs? Manuel Hobbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Atticus is kind of like, you see like Atticus is kind of like charmed by this guy a little bit, and then he like, you see his demeanor just change completely, and like he kind of looks at like the party and goes, could I do this? So my spell catcher ring that I got, I can dispel a spell and take it as my own, right?
You can soak up like AoE damage from other people.
Okay.
And then you can also be the focus of a spell, but like a simulacrum kind of is its own thing. But if you're kind of like, you're at this point, like, I think almost visibly kind of looking around at other people and looking at, Vladimir is going to clock you. "Oh, yes, one more. Samuel, earmuffs real quick." Samuel just puts his ears up and like shuts his eyes. "Listen, Atticus, I know it's your birthday. I thought, maybe you've already figured it out, haven't you?"
Yeah, who is this person actually?
"Well, Samuel Hobbs is a real person used to, has attended more than a few parties here at Novalor. I will say that the last party he attended, there was an unfortunate accident in the bathhouse, and the real Samuel, unfortunately, no longer with us, but he was such a hit at all the parties before that I, wanted to cook up a version of him that could attend this party, and I thought maybe I would just have him show up a little bit early as a birthday present to you. I mean, he's nice to look at, no?
You stole this soul?
No. Is not...
Repurposed it.
The soul is gone. Completely kaput. I mean, it was one hell of an accident. The body we could recreate, and then, we sort of a dash of this and a dash of that. No, you keep bringing up, is not Phil King. I did, when I was creating this, I will say, I had this planned for a while. I just brought the simulacrum here, is what Samuel is. I just bring him here a little early for birthday, but my friend George, he helped me with the whole thing before he left.
Oh, I've read about that in the book. Simulacros.
Yes, a very,
Can Nick
very
do
helpful.
an insight check on that?
Yeah, go for it.
14.
Vlad is overplaying his part. He had nothing to do with the magic other than asking George if he could possibly bring back this guest for the party, and not Atticus's party, but the party later in the week specifically.
Well, Atticus kind of stands up from the table and he's like, Vlad, I don't...
He's all right. If it makes you uncomfortable, we can just, put him in a closet until party comes later this week.
Really creepy. Atticus don't get down like that, baby. Well, he does, but he doesn't get down like this.
He's totally understandable.
I know you're trying to do the right thing, but my heart belongs to someone else, and I'm not. Senseless fun just is senseless at this point, and
it makes sense when you've been around as long as we have,
Well, we've got a lot of things collectively on our plate, we're busy. We got stuff going on.
Like waffles.
Right.
Waffles were really good. Atticus is gonna put a hand on Vlad's shoulder and be like, "That was nice in a really fucked up and weird way. It was very nice of you.
Thank you.
Don't ever do that for anybody again."
Yes. Okay. Is that? But I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a big
card.
here at the party this
that's fine. That's fine. I know. I think I'm just gonna go. I think I'm gonna take a little alone time and go soak in the hot tub. That sounds nice. Atticus just kind of looks down. And he's like, yeah, I got dried up cake blood on me still. So yeah.
Glad I made you a
y'all.
special waffle here. It's
for
it's
me.
Blood in a pocket, so it's a little stale, but it's a blood waffle.
In all the nooks and crannies, he's so kind. I cannot really eat a waffle. I will get terribly sick, but I will wring out waffle into glass and drink.
It's pretty crispy. I don't think that's gonna... I think we might just have to chalk this up to it's the thought that counts.
Yes, well, you and me both, so... Oh, look at us, the god's silliest geese.
Yeah.
Fauna's
the
gonna...
clothes back.
Yeah, this doesn't seem really hygienic for cooking.
Oh, there's a lot that happens in this You know what? No, I don't want to get into it again. Yes, thank you very much for the waffle. Atticus, of course, please use the bathhouse. It's your birthday. Atticus, if you were...
Fauna's gonna go over to Nyx and be like, I think we need a backup cake. We should find something to make.
They don't really try to hide it, but you can see the light comes back into their eyes again, and they're just holding their book okay.
Cool. Atticus, if you are heading off to the bathhouse, you're going to finish making the cake. Bert's going to kind of go around to everyone after Atticus heads to the bathhouse. I've got a room all set up. You know, if we all want to head there for a surprise for Atticus, you know, when he gets out of the bath, we can all be waiting there and we can be like, surprise. And then I got a present I'm going to give him. And if anyone else has a present, you know, we'll do it then. But does that sound good?
Yeah, we should all sign a card too. You've been working on your writing, right, Bert?
Yeah,
you can
yeah. No, I can
things
sign my name.
now?
I can sign it real good. Yeah.
Perfect.
I can sign
I
everyone's name.
love
You want me
that.
to sign everyone's name?
That's not
I
really
think
what
that
signing
would mean
means.
so much to Atticus, though, just to see.
I'll sign it.
well-
Okay, yep. I'll write everyone's name on the card. Yep. Okay, sounds good.
I think Parent stays and helps Nyx very dutifully is helping her prep these cases.
Perfect. And we will get to all that. We're going to take our 10-minute break real quick, and then we will be back with the second half of the birthday. Okay, and we are back. Okay, cake making going on. If we want to leave it up to, we can make this a little roll for the cake.
Performance check, please, because I get fun stuff for it.
Yeah, I think. Well, it would be a tools check, and specifically it would be chef's tools.
Don't get fun stuff for that.
Can there be advantage because I'm helping?
Yes, you do get advantage with it, and it is a wisdom based check.
There's 3 of us making this cake.
Oh,
that
no.
seems unnecessary. Maybe I'll just leave you and Perrin to it.
I think Perrin is being very specific, which is he's only doing exactly what he's told and cleaning up. Like he's there as like, I'm here to make you be successful, he's not making any choices.
Okay, so is that wisdom just like a flat wisdom mod roll?
Yep.
Okay, fuck. I'm nervous.
But you get to do it with advantage.
With advantage.
Okay. 12 for that one. 16 for that one.
Hey, 16 is a pretty good cake, I think. I think a 16 is a pretty good cake. We'll see what Atticus thinks, but
is it confetti cake?
Yes.
What'd you say?
Confetti cake.
Is it confetti?
Oh gosh. Sure.
It's
but like
not
sprinkles don't
lava
exist.
Cake.
No. Sprinkles don't exist, so we just put in a bunch of random different colored herbs and spices.
I did message Elijah privately what Atticus's favorite cake is.
Ooh, okay, hold on. I
don't
forgot
wanna
to.
say
It was in the chat. It was in the chat for Zoom.
Aha.
It was. Oh, I can't now. Now I don't want to cheat. I kind of want to say maybe like a carrot cake.
Pineapple upside down
Eli's favorite cake.
It was also delicious when it happened
Carrot
on
cake is
my
my favorite,
birthday. Okay. Atticus, you take some time to wash out. Is there anything else that you do before you leave the bathhouse?
I found wherever there was ale or beer, and there's just a serene moment of Atticus butt ass naked in a hot tub, drinking like a ice cold beer, and he's like, "Yeah, this is life."
Okay.
I would like to wander the house if I can for all the rooms to try to find a small trinket to steal to give Atticus for his birthday.
All for wander.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Give me roll for walkabout.
25.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, what do you find? You do find something. You're going to find, let me open up my little, I have a list here of like trinket stuff like that. Let's go. Oh, this is a very good gift. Box, you kind of like on your roundabout way to make it to the room that Bert has decorated for the birthday, you stumble across almost like there's a few rooms in this house that almost look like museum rooms, like there's stuff on display here, artifacts. Obviously, Lenore over the centuries collected a lot of different things. And in this particular room, you see a room that appears to be... Ooh, yeah, I think your investigation check is high enough to know what the room... The theme of the room seems to be the court of flame. And in here, kind of just there's one of those display mannequin hands in here that has a few rings on it, and you find one that just seems to be a ring that is this very pretty dark hardwood, and it looks like it was almost burnt and then polished so that you can still kind of see some of the grain in it, but like even the char's been polished, so it's really nice and smooth, but it looks like it was a ring made out of wood that has been charred and then polished. And yeah.
Can I do a check on it just to make sure it's not going to kill my friend?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
So there's been a lot of those instances.
You've seen Atticus bloodied and like almost dead multiple times.
Yeah.
You've seen it. You've seen Atticus concussed multiple times. Atticus definitely has CTE.
Yeah, there's been a slight shift in Atticus's reaction times to conversations too.
On a 16, this ring is old. It's hard to tell. It is, certainly in a room surrounded by other things where like maybe there's some sort of latent magical property in it, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be physically harmful in any way.
Amazing. Thank you. Yep, that goes right into my pocket.
Lovely.
I'm going to actually swap it out with just like a nonsense ring that I have on, because I've said that I have plenty.
Yeah.
Just a little boop.
Cool. Okay, you swap it out and head to the birthday. Atticus.
That's growth, Fox. Not just stealing, you're trading it for something.
See? Said don't learn. She's learning.
Atticus, you head out a couple rooms away. You can kind of like hear Bert as you're walking down the hall say, "Okay, everyone, he's out. Shh, everyone, quiet down."
Atticus changed into his noble clothes. He's not wearing his armor right now.
Cool.
He looks dapper as hell.
I think
and
we're. Go ahead.
Oh, that's it. Atticus is kind of hears and he's like, "All right, here we go. Just pretend to be surprised. That's all you gotta do."
I think as Atticus walks in, everybody sings the well-known Namiran birthday song that we obviously all know. So you should probably all join in.
All right.
We all know the lyrics.
Yeah.
Whatever
we
they
all
might
know
be.
them.
Birthday. It's your
birthday.
It's your birthday. It's the
Birthday
and in your birthday.
Day.
Unusable as an audio product. Unusable. As the song
Oh, we
comes
nailed it.
to its unnatural conclusion. Surprise!
That was the most artistic rendition I've heard of It's Your Birthday, Have a Day. Love it. It was beautiful.
The non-harmony is really hard to get right, but we nailed it.
It was very avant-garde, and as an appreciator of art, wow, I'm surprised. Oh my goodness.
We didn't even practice.
It was
not a lick of practice.
No, you didn't.
That's how
need
much
it,
you
but-
mean to us, buddy.
Oh my gosh, I appreciate it. I am truly surprised. Thank you so much. 1,001. Wow, it's a big day.
Speech.
Atticus cracks another beer. He's a little toasted. When you're drinking a hot tub, you have a couple drinks.
Yeah.
It's yeah. He's a little flushed in the cheeks, but he's like, yeah. Look, I don't think any of us standing in this room thought we'd be celebrating a birthday today. I usually don't celebrate my birthdays, so this is wow. I mean, Atticus is gonna look across the room, and he's like, "We sure have been through some stuff in a not a long time, but it, even to me, it feels like I've known most of you my whole life."
I've known you my whole life.
there are so many layers in what you just said, bud.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to
I think I'll have to unpack that one later for myself too.
Yeah. But you know, Perrin, when I first met you, you were a drunk asshole, and now you're.
When was
that? In
A
that
little less
small
drunk?
no, I mean, look, Perrin, you've saved my ass multiple times. I know your heart. I'm glad you're here with me. Vox, we found you in a weird desert in a inaccurate floor for a castle, and you know, we did some cool stuff. We saw a camel with stilettos on. You became a beautiful, beautiful bear. We fucked your stupid uncle up. Yeah, you're I don't even know how to describe you. You're just one tornado that I'm glad I'm in the eye of and not getting hit by on the sides.
Here.
Fauna, I kind of don't really remember how we met, to be honest. In a village somewhere, I think, and there was a
blurry.
Yeah, I remember I fell
me
asleep
too.
pretty early. Yeah.
It was the time you lit the whole hotel on fire.
Yeah, don't.
Oh yeah.
Man, Bert, 2 for 2 on the pow pow.
Yeah, you think I'd be able to remember my own stuff better?
You never really told us about like what happened there, like what.
And
why
also,
you
he
lit the
met
place on-
Nyx that time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm getting really sad now, and he's gonna chug his
yeah.
beer, and and I'm back at it, and I'm happy again. But I have to say, Fauna, you are the sweetest, most gentle soul I think I've ever met in Namira. You have a spark for life that is just beautiful, and you know, you're pretty lucky to have this guy over here as your dad. Hopefully, you rub off on him a little bit.
Perrin looks
that
around
childlike
the room.
wonder.
Thanks. Fauna just gives Atticus a hug.
Atticus is radiating hot because he's kind of drunk from the hot tub. And Nyx, I mean, shoot, you are also another tough cookie in the group. Reminds me of someone I know, and he's gonna like look over at Vox. But I hope traveling with this group, you've learned that life, or your life, isn't just the sum of the parts you know, and there's a whole big wide world out there. Man, I'm getting sentimental. I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you here, and you all
Cletus
bring
is going to throw his hand up on your shoulder.
Oh
Or
shit!
down,
How could I
I
forget
guess.
about you? God damn.
Hey, no, you don't have to mention. I mean, we go way back.
Yeah, we go way back. Yeah. I mean, you're my best friend, Cletus. You know that. We've been through thick and thin. Learned through you that there ain't nothing too scary or too bad or evil that we can't take down together. And
that's right, brother.
it's gonna look at Bert, and Bert, I'm just so happy that you are not only carrying my biological son within your soul, but you like my adopted son too.
Oh.
Shoot, what am I doing? This is my birthday. Why am I talking about everybody? Gosh.
I know. I was gonna say, isn't it true
presents,
Atticus for us to
presents.
say nice things about you, not the other way around?
Presents. Let's give out the presents.
I'm just so appreciative of all of you, and we've killed some cool shit. I mean,
We
dang,
love you
I don't
too,
know.
Atticus. Right, guys?
Yeah,
Right. To killing more shit.
Yeah.
right. And loving things.
Yeah.
And love.
Love is good.
Atticus is getting like drunk, like he's starting to think about some stuff too much. He's like, is love good, or is love the curse that I don't know. Anyways, yeah, gifts.
Well, I gave you that book yesterday. I probably should have kept it and given it to you today, but like about your family.
No, you were just so excited you wanted to give it to me to me yesterday, so the deep dark things in that book wouldn't ruin my day today. And just remember, intimacy is just blackmail for the future. Anyways,
okay. Wait, you know what? Actually, I have another gift. And Herod whistles at Amos, and Amos goes and lands on your head, and just sings like peaceful bird song in your ear.
Oh.
I fucking love this song. Atticus cracks over here.
Fox tosses the ring to Atticus and just goes, think fast.
It's fully smacks Atticus in the face. But luckily he has his hands down so he can catch it, and he's like, wow, oh my gosh. Where'd you get this?
Oh, just around.
I like that answer a lot. Atticus is gonna slide it on his finger.
Cool. You slide it on the finger. Cletus shuffles around in his pocket and holds out his hand to you, Atticus. I found this figure, it's I've had it ever since the fight in St. Florian. I found it there, that morning before the mere night, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, my dad. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Cletus, that's my dad.
Oh fuck, Cletus, god damn it.
What?
Yeah, my dad killed. Anyways, and he's gonna give him Cletus a hug and like, and he's gonna look at what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my life's been real fucked for a while, but
sorry.
Atticus cracks another beer.
It's a lot of. Okay, well, you know what?
Vlad, can you go bring a barrel?
Well, listen, it didn't bring me luck, but I don't know. I found it, and when I found it, it seemed like I was supposed to find it. So maybe you're supposed to have it. And he hands you this small little just cube of pyrite.
This is pretty cool.
Shiny.
As you are rotating it between your fingers, Atticus, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
That will be a 24.
Whew, on a 24, I'm going to give you... Because I can't remember... Did we give you... You can use Identify now too, right? Or is...
Yes. Yeah,
yes.
I can identify stuff.
I think on a 24 Arcana check and having that ability, I'm just going to give it to you. This little cube of pyrite, when rotated between the fingers... gives the user, or it allows you once per day to add a D4 to an initiative roll. So you can get a little bit of a boost in initiative.
Can I use Identify on Vox's ring, or do they just give me like a random ring?
You can use Identify on the ring, yeah. I can't remember if we said in there. Is it you cast it like a ritual, so it takes a few minutes?
I would have to look.
I think it takes 10 minutes. I think it's like Omen. I'm pretty sure it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it takes 10 minutes. So
okay.
Atticus is drunk. He's not
okay.
Too hard.
Go.
You can't focus for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's starting to, the spins are going to come on soon.
Yeah.
He had half a giant waffle and has drinking 4 beers in this time.
Yeah.
Nyx is gonna shyly set the cake down in front and kind of push it towards Atticus a little bit, and also equally as shy, pull out something that they're cupping in their hand very carefully. And I don't have a lot to give, admittedly, But I don't know. What I do have is small but special to me, and I know you have like a kinship with fire, but you feel like the moon to me, comfort in dark times, and I see your light. And they are going to give you the bud from the Loon Arbor, and kind of like tuck it right next on the other side of the lapel from your mom's thing, and just bow to you and shuffle off again.
Nix, your presence is a gift in itself. This is what I knew was always there. You don't gotta be shy about it. And
they bow their head a little bit, but you can see like what little of their face is showing under shadow is like blushing and pretty shy and uncomfortable, but they've got like a little smile, and that meant a lot to them.
Yeah, Atticus is gonna cut into that cake and fucking chomp on it.
It's a pretty good cake.
Fauna is going to like.
Atticus is like my favorite. Oh my gosh! How did you know? How did you know?
Fauna's gonna give Nix a little pat on the back. Like, good job.
You said it was carrot cake, right?
Carrot cake, is it actually your favorite?
No,
actually
but Atticus is doing the dad thing.
Damn it!
He's like, carrot cake. How? No, you don't know that. You don't know that though. Atticus is like this is I love carrot cake so much. This is my favorite. How did you know? He's doing the dad thing. Like, so good.
Fauna is
So
going
good.
to
Everyone
hold
get
their
in here.
hoods so far down, and they're just kind of like a little bit curled up and nervously looking around and trying.
Everyone get in here. Get in. Get a slice of this thing. This thing is fantastic.
Fauna's gonna wait until like everybody's eating cake and kind of mingling. I don't know if our group really does that, but basically like kind of broken off into smaller, conversations, and not just like everybody's paying attention. And she's gonna
Did you
over.
bring all these flowers in here? Oh my gosh, that's the conversation you're walking into. This is like this. My mom used to have this in her garden when I was a kid, and Fauna.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Fauna, sorry, Atticus. I didn't want to make a big deal about it in front of the group, but I don't have anything to give you, but I do have something to tell you, and I don't really know what it means exactly, but I feel like you might.
Yeah.
And
yeah, take a seat. Come on. You know you can talk to me about whatever.
Yeah, I needed to tell you that the man who can't be harmed by fire, even though he does bad things, he's really good at heart.
Man can't be harmed.
I don't know if that means anything right now, but there may come a time when it will.
I'll remember that. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
She just leaves awkwardly.
Oh, Fauna, by the way, real quick, don't, and Atticus is gonna like go up there and be like, I mean, it's probably not my place to say this, but like, Cletus is so into you and like thinks the world of you, and like,
hey, what are we talking about over here?
Cletus, go away right now. Oh. We're having a heart-to-heart right now.
Okay, yeah, sorry, my bad.
Go check on Bert, please. Thank you so much.
I got it.
Anyways, like, he's my best friend, and I just gotta say he's a good guy, and like, he's into you, so like,
Are you sure? I mean, I really like him, but why would he be into me?
Have you looked at yourself in a mirror? Have you felt the joy that you bring to the people in your life?
I don't know. I have, like.
But here's the thing, Fauna. Like, you know those like beautiful noble women who like parade the streets and look perfect like head to toe, and like there just seems like there's nothing wrong like they seem like a like doll almost, you know, like it's the imperfections that make us the most beautiful. And I mean, you got horns, but that just adds a whole another layer to you as a person, and more beauty. You're not like the other humans that walk around these places. You're unique, and that's beautiful.
Thank you. Do you do you really think that Cletus likes me though?
Oh yeah, big time, big time. He's my best friend. I don't even have to ask him. I mean, look at him right now. Look how he keeps looking back this way.
You do catch Cletus looking over at you while eating cake, and you just see that Bert is like, he actually bends down to like say something to Bert.
Well, I really like him too, but don't tell him that because I don't know. I'm
Mum's
embarrassed.
word. I never spill a secret. And then Atticus cracks another beer.
Atticus, as you crack the beer, give me a perception check real quick.
That's just a 10.
Okay. On a 10, I think you already started to notice it. You know, you saw, oh, Bert brought that plant here. My mom used to have those plants. And you're looking around in the space. It just seems so familiar. Not just the plants. And then you realize the way that it is set up in here perfectly mirrors the atrium back home in Phoenix Manor. Give me... Well, nah, you wouldn't really get to make a check like this. Yeah, that's this we get on the 10 on perception. As that hits you, Bert walks up to you. Hey, Atticus. I got a birthday present for you. I mean, it takes a little bit of explaining, you know, because to be fair, it's not a birthday present for you, and but it is a birthday present for you in a way. And you see, wrapped up on the floor, Bert begins to unwrap it. It's just this little round Bert-size shield. And you can see that on the front of this wooden shield, and it's braced with iron around its edges, so it's a decent shield. You can see that painted on it is the emblem for the House of Phoenix that Bert has not done a great job, but like painted that on the front of the shield. And Bert's gonna kind of pick it up and holding it with both hands, looks at you. I figured as a knight, I've wanted a shield for a while, and I think I could do pretty good, with a sword and a shield. I know your thing is just one big sword, but I'm just a little guy, so, I got a little sword and a little shield. It just, I don't know what's going on with me, Atticus, but one thing I know for sure, if I got your boy inside me, well then, the best gift that I can give you is to make sure that I protect this body, and I make sure that nothing happens to it, and I figure this shield will help. So I just wanted you to know that for your birthday, no matter what happens to us when we get down to the South Green and figure out all this business with that nasty thing that you see in the fire. It's my top priority to keep Atlas safe, and I won't let anything happen to him. I promise.
True chivalry. Putting yourself on the line for someone who can't defend themselves. Honor. Once we get there, you will be knighted.
Wow. Who would have ever thought? Little frog from a little meadow like me, knighted. Well,
I mean, I gotta let you know. I mean, some of the most powerful knights were the smallest.
There have been other frogs?
I don't know if any frogs, but my mom used to tell me about a what was their name? Mateo, Matthias. They were just the size of a field mouse, and
Wow.
they saved the realm, and they were a knight of the Phoenix.
You think I could save the realm and protect your boy?
I have a feeling those things might be hand in hand.
Well, all right. I'll do my best.
I love you, Bert.
I
Best
love
decision.
you too, Atticus.
Who would have thought? I just was chatting you up in that weird ass room in a weird ass castle, and look at us now. Who would have thought? Partners
would've
in
thought?
not crime, partners in justice.
Bert, give him the card.
Yeah, Bert gives you the birthday card where I wrote everyone's name on it myself. I'm getting real good at my letters.
I'm gonna open it and look at it.
There's some misspellings, some backwards. There's there's 2 3s in Perrin's name instead of E's, but everyone's name is there. It's mostly legible.
Wow, you're getting real good at this.
Yep.
You usually, I'm gonna let you know for someone else's birthday, like you usually get all the people to sign the card. You don't sign everybody's name, but the thought counts, and I see you, and you're getting real good at writing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No,
I know they probably just talked you into doing that.
Well, no, Vox me. Well,
You said enough.
I guess they kind of did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Request that Elijah actually make this card, please.
And post a picture to the group chat.
Yes.
As this is taking place, Nyx, Vlad is going to walk up to you. Sorry, I don't mean to intrude here, but I think perhaps it is also your birthday?
Nyx is gonna look around and make sure that nobody heard that.
Oh no, I'm being very discreet. I can tell that's kind of like your whole thing.
How'd you know that?
Well, my whole thing is that I'm very good at guessing birthdays, and apparently I was right.
That's not suspicious at all.
No, it's true. I just am very good at getting. Listen, everyone has a little knack for things. I've got a pretty good knack for guessing birthdays. Anyways, listen, I don't want to blow your cover or anything, but it seems like I've kind of got from your vibe that maybe you have a lot of parts of your past to piece together. So I was thinking maybe least would help. And Vlad is going to hand you a small little hand mirror.
Nick's gonna take it and I guess kind of a little suspiciously, but they'll take a quick glance in.
Yeah. Make me a charisma check real quick.
Okay.
Not a save, just a check.
I want this to work, so I'm going to use a roll for that. Okay, much better. 19.
Okay. On a 19, you look pretty simple mirror. Appears to be made out of just wood and glass. There's kind of this ornamental filigree carved around the edges of it, but just a little round hand mirror with a small handle. As you look into it, you see in the mirror one of the few birthdays that you can remember, Nyx. And it was a birthday that you spent with Etheria. And you see what you see playing out is the time that she took you for your birthday to her favorite spot. I think at the time you're about 11 years old, and I think she said she was a couple years younger than you. But you've been with her for about a year or two now. And she takes you to her favorite secret spot outside of the castle. She's never taken it to you before, because when you were this little, you had to sneak out of the castle at night if you were going to go anywhere, so it's a big deal. And the place that she takes you to are these beautiful phosphorescent tide pools. And you immediately remember them from when you were a child, before you were put in the Lundstone, because it was also your favorite spot to go. And you had not been back here since then. And you are now looking at this, like, you in this memory, remembering an older memory, but you're looking at it right now holding the mirror. Yes, the mirror, once you have attuned to it properly, it is a thing that lets you glimpse into old memories. Help refresh, and if things are fragmented, or, you want to reflect on a good moment, or this is good, as a lot of other uses too, being able to look at one's memories can be a very helpful thing. But it just seems like, happy birthday.
Nyx is gonna press the mirror to their chest and give Vlad a look. I think you see a lot more than you let on.
Oh, I see a lot going in this house. I mean, that's like knowing birthdays
a little
and seeing
too much,
things.
maybe.
Yes.
Thank you.
That is my pleasure.
No. Thank you.
Vlad is going to take your hand and just presses it. Just for a moment between his two. I am happy to be of service.
I think, and Nyx is going to look around at everybody all together and kind of celebrating. I think this is the best birthday I could ask for.
Yes. He's one of my favorite parties we've had here in a while. It is nice to see all of these.
I wasn't too sure about you at first, but
Oh, yeah, I am a slippery character. That's
I'm
for
getting
sure.
that.
Yes, okay, well,
Growing on me.
I'm going to go do a check and make sure you didn't bring any ghosts into my house. Kidding,
No
not
promises.
kidding. Yeah, okay, you brought ghosts in. Happy birthday, but fuck you.
Nix is gonna like laugh and flip him off.
Perrin has rolled an entire barrel of wine up from the cellar, and him and Atticus, or I should say, Perrin is like, Atticus, look at me, look. He's doing the fantasy version of a keg stand on the barrel. That just means he's dunking his entire head into the wine and swallowing as much as he can.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
As this is kind of, and like the revelries, I think continue, like at this point we're, I think early in the evening, but like that continues to extend on, and again, like the light in this space changes from that sunlight where you can't see the sun to golden to begins to creep into dusk. As that happens, Perrin, Bert's gonna come up to you. Hey, Perrin, you got a second to
What up,
talk?
dude? What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. I love talking.
Okay, cool. It's
More-
gonna be
that's
that kind
my
of
favorite
conversation.
thing.
Great. Yeah. Okay.
You just hear out of earshot Atticus shit face going to Cletus. Yeah, so like we killed this vampire, and then the Mirror Knight showed up, and he was talking all like sentimental and shit, and like I don't know, like Vox ripped his helmet off, and it was my fucking dad, bro. It was my fucking dad.
My fuck. God.
And then he fucking swung on me, dude.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're not. You're. I think at this point you're solidly drunk, so I'm not gonna let you make a perception check. Anyone else who's looking at Cletus's note, like he's very much engaged in the conversation, but he is not. Had nearly as much to drink as Atticus. Bert looks back to you, Perrin. Yeah, Fox was saying I should come talk to you on account of I'm having a hard time sorting out, who's really me up here, who's who's pushing the buttons and spinning the and what's going on with the whole
Right.
yeah.
I didn't have like a Flame King's son inside of me, but Vox's uncle did mind control me for like 200 years. And like,
Oh,
yeah,
all right.
it
Well,
was great.
yeah, no, it doesn't sound good. I mean, yeah. So, but you've never had any kind of experience with, holding someone else's soul in your body, and well, what that'll do to you.
I don't think so. Perrin's now very paranoid that he has done this and he can't remember it, which is very concerning to him. No. Wait,
Yeah.
Who did she say? What do you mean? How?
Well, no, nothing. It's just, sometimes, well, do you ever hear any voices in your head that don't sound like yours?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, you probably do. You probably do have one.
What? Oh God. Do I?
I mean, what does it
I'm
talk
gonna
to you about?
fuck him up, Cletus. I swear to God, I'm gonna fuck him up next time I see him.
Perrin, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Well, I rolled a 5 and a 4. So that means I get a 13.
Oh my God. Okay. On a 13, you look over and you see Atticus is talking, but Atticus just has his arm around like a big green plant, and Cletus is nowhere to be seen.
You're my best friend. You're my best. You're my best. You're my best best
boy.
bud.
Bert's gonna listen, Perrin. I gotta. it seems like you're learning more in this conversation than I am, and I don't mean to alarm you because I don't know enough. Anyways, I kind of I can't remember what question I was going to ask you. Cletus mostly just asked me to come over here and get in a conversation with you to do something on account. He called it, what's that? It was a big word, subterfuge.
What? Why? Fauna?
Fauna. About
Yes?
about 10 minutes ago, Cletus came up to you. Hey, Fauna, I know it's Atticus' birthday, but do you have do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, great. I just could we go somewhere private and talk maybe?
You mean like away from everybody else?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of noisy in here, and I just thought maybe we could, get a minute.
Cletus, wait, when did you get
Yeah.
so much air, Cletus?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Cletus is going to.
She was nodding vigorously. I don't know.
Yeah. Cleta, hold on just a second. Where is my cue? There you are.
Stay right there.
Right there. Cletus is going to lead the way over to the bathhouse, which is nearby, where Atticus had come from. Atticus, this is something that Cletus had asked for your help with earlier in the day, but was when you left the bathhouse to set up. Fauna, upon walking in, you see that there are in the waters all these floating candles, which is kind of creating this glow coming from the steam. So there's just this beautiful golden glow in the space. You see there are flowers and things like that arranged. Cletus is going to take your hand as he leads you in, and then he turns around. Listen, Fauna, I don't have a lot of experience doing something like this. Usually I'm kind of more of the love 'em and leave 'em type, find our way to each other on some kind of adventure, and things get crazy, and then next day you're gone, you're somewhere else. And well, we've been traveling together for a minute now, and I mean it's great. I enjoy the whole group. Even I didn't know Perrin was your dad at first, but
Neither did I.
he's great, and I don't have a lot of experience around Atticus and I. We used to fight wizards and all kinds of, but I've never in my entire life seen someone use magic the way you do. And I don't know. I've seen you fix things, and I didn't know could be fixed. And Atticus told me the story of what happened with the little girl right before you ended up in Imago when we met. Listen, I don't want to presume anything, but I've never in my whole life found someone that I take an oath to protect. And Atticus is my friend, and he can look after himself. I'm not saying, you can look after yourself too, but I guess what I'm saying is, Fauna, I really care about you, and in whatever aspect you'll have me, friend, protector, or something else, well, I'll take whatever I can get.
Cletus, I feel the same way about you. I don't really have a lot of experience with these kinds of things. I sort of grew up isolated in the woods, but ever since I met you, I just knew that you were special and you're so kind and handsome and really tall, but mostly the kind thing. Um, and I don't know what the various options are, but I would like to do them with you.
Well, I think this is a good option to start. And Cletus is going to take your hand and lean in for a kiss.
Fauna definitely is gonna kiss Cletus back. Roll for kiss.
Roll for kiss. Okay.
Is it hot, y'all?
Or
it was just Atticus drunk as hell.
We cut back to the other
Wait,
room.
are there ropes in this room?
No. All the ropes have been taken, folded, and put away.
Okay, good.
We cut back to the room now with Perrin being like, "Where's Fauna?"
Perrin, come here for a second. Let's come sit down next to old Papa Addy. Yeah, Papa Squat.
Didn't like that. Actually, I liked it a lot, but I don't like that. I liked it.
Oh, come on. It's Daddy Addy, come on.
Okay,
he's like swirling a wine glass around that's like completely empty. There's nothing in it.
I like this sloppy look.
Yeah, I mean, it might be sloppy, but you know, it's still sloppy. He goes,
working for me.
Romance is in the air.
Yeah.
It might be sloppy, but it's still sloppy.
Yeah, man. You're a cool guy, Perrin. You know that? You you have this like tortured poet type vibe to you that I really dig, but like not in like a romantic way, just like a really good bud way. Like I could see you, me, and Cletus just being best buds, fucking up wizards who are torturing towns and shit, and yeah, playing darts. That'd be cool. Are there darts here?
Did someone say darts?
Right.
That would
right
be in the
Fox.
dart room, further up on the third level.
Right when
Atticus
Fox says that, Perrin has like started to lean forward for a kiss.
Atticus sees like 7 Perrins, but when he hears dart, everything becomes a singularity. He's tuned into darts.
Yeah, of course, let's go throw things. That's what I wanted to do also.
Yeah. Atticus is going to put an arm over Perrin, but not too much weight, and be like, I'm glad we met. Now I got to go kick Vox's ass in darts.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I got to kick her ex in darts. I need water.
Lose this time at darts. This is it. This is my win.
You say I need water, and Nyx just like materializes like right at your elbow with like a glass and is already like sipping from their own.
Atticus just chugs that, just keeps chugging. Long after there's no water in there, he's just gulping on an empty glass.
That I'll get you a refill, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing in there.
Is there like a spell that makes you like sober immediately? Like, does anyone?
Yeah.
Why? What can? I want to get drunk again. I'm too drunk right now. I need to.
We cut back from the party room. Fauna. Cletus pulls out of the kiss. It's been going for a minute. You can see he is definitely like flushed. In that moment, the cat in your head Hey, Fauna.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little busy right now, but
Yeah, no, I wouldn't bother you if it wasn't. Did we shut the door after after Samuel got here?
I I think I'm pretty sure that we
Oh,
did.
okay, yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, the door's open.
Is there anything like do you see anybody or
I don't see anyone, but I haven't looked. Fauna, give me a perception check.
I have a bad feeling about this. 18.
On an 18. Past Cletus's shoulder. He's facing the door where you came in, having walked into the room first and turned around. About 20 feet off of his shoulder, you see a shape in the mist. You see a knife begin to raise. And slowly begin to make its way towards Cletus.
Cletus.
That was...
Cletus.
Yeah.
When I say so, just get down, okay?
Right.
Like duck.
Ow.
She's gonna wait until the figure is closer.
Oh. The figure draws close. You see, though, the knife raised. Even though you can only really see the silhouette in the mist, you see that the knife, they begin to lower it into their own arm. And as they begin to cut, I think on that 18 perception, you smell something sulfurous. You can tell that something is about to go off. I will give you in this moment because you noticed a reaction before that thing happens.
Yeah, I think. I mean, this is clearly a bad situation, right? Like, I don't think there's any hesitation for not just reacting as violently as possible. So, I think she is going to, like, once it is as close as possible within range, she's just going to yell "duck" to Cletus, and then she's going to immediately fire firebolt directly at whatever this thing is.
Make me an attack roll.
Let's see, that is, sorry, I was like reading my sheet. Only 15. Unless there's any way I could get advantage.
No, I mean, Cletus gets out of the way, but isn't flanking to help give you advantage. You fire. It goes, you see it hit and then just sort of like almost roll off as the green flame just sort of like flickers off the shoulder of this figure. You see that they plunge the knife in. I'm going to make one for Cletus, but I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
17.
Nope, don't like that noise.
17 is a success. So, let's see. You are only going to take half damage from this. Fauna, you're going to take 41 points of fire damage, halved to 20. Cletus, with a natural 1 on his dexterity save, is going to take the full 41 as this figure immolates and just detonates in the room, and fire explodes in every direction in the bathhouse. Everyone that is, you're just like, that couple rooms away in there, you don't need to make the perception check. You hear an explosion rock the bottom floor of Novalor.
Yeah, this party's just getting started.
I'm having deja vu.
And I need everyone to roll me initiative, and that's where we're going to end the session. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We will be back next week with another episode of Castle Run. And also, we are going to be streaming a different campaign now on Tuesdays too, from 7 to 10. So anyone that watches this, if you want something to watch on Tuesdays, tune in to our Tuesday stream. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.